Hi there and welcome to 3 Well Steve. In this video I'm looking at replacing some of the track that I showed you how to build in previous videos. I've decided to actually just go for standard Peco track work points and just adapt them to 3 Well. So you can see the actual bits that I've taken out of my layout. They work reasonably well, but I wasn't entirely happy with them. So it's a question of connecting up my signal box and points box up to these new Unifrog Peco Points using piano wire and a brass tube method. You can also see Arduino program that I'm using we have to adjust some of the figures in to make the points operate correctly. So this is what actually operates the little servo motors that operate the points. So I'm just changing some figures and just fiddling around with this until eventually I get the actual motor to move in the correct range of motion and the correct amount as well, so that it all works properly, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you refer to my previous control box video, it goes a bit more into how to do this. So just assume this has all been done. I've connected the box up to the servo motors and the power. We're just going to test them out with these. So we have 2 points in this section of layout, so we've just got 1 and 2, so that's all we need to worry about. So I'm just going to click the switches, make sure they work, and we'll just see what they actually do up on the layout. So this is servo 1. I'm just going to click the switch and hopefully, there we go, it moves. Because it's a Peco point, it has quite a strong spring in it, which is an advantage in one way. It has a definite stopping point, but it has a disadvantage that the motor has to work harder to actually open and shut the point. Anyway, it seems to work pretty well. So let's have a look at servo 2 and see if it does the same. So clicking the second switch on the control box, there you go, you can see it moving. So it literally is the servo motor is just clamped to some plywood, and then you have a metal tube that goes to the point and a piece of piano wire that connects to the middle of the point underneath the actual track, and then it will just move it backwards and forwards, and it does seem to work pretty well. Another view of servo motor 1. I'm just going to go again, and you can see it. Open, shut. Very nice. So I've added some middle section of rail to the points, and what I've done is I've used little tacks which I've pushed into the board. Can't see it on that one, but on the other one there's a third rail, and then I've soldered some end gauge rail to the top of them. Now this time I've changed the method slightly. Each section of end gauge rail, the middle rail, will be joined using an actual proper rail joiner, so I can allow for some expansion in the layout when the temperature changes. And also any dropper wires I'm soldering to the bottom of the rail connectors, the fish plates, and that kind of makes it all easier to sort of stick together. The other advantages over the screw method that I used before is that you can lift these pieces of rail straight out and just pull them out with some pliers if you need to work on them, and then push them back in again just by sliding the fish plates back. And it's just a better system, I think. You can seem to be able to get everything lined up a bit more accurately than it was before. Anyway, I think that covers everything in this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.